So I said we'd look at the Batman Sunsoft Mega Drive game, but we're going to start with this one first because they made this game for a multitude of systems and they're all subtly different. So we're going to start with the NES version, which came out in 1989 in Japan, but 1990 everywhere else, based on the movie by Tim Burton, and is renowned actually on the NES for being one of Sunsoft's better games. I think they do have they do have a track record for making difficult games and games that people don't always love, but there's a fondness with the Sunsoft name. Jesus. There we go. 2 steps and I've already lost 75% of my health. I don't much care for you, sir. I don't have a batarang or anything. And that's just a thing from Mega Man. Mega Man's got a gun! Again, quality music. I think that's one of the things actually that Sunsoft are known for, if I remember rightly. I'm trying to get close enough to that guy. Ah! The controls do feel a little bit stubborn. I hate that Mega Man thing. It moves faster when you're on the ground than when it does in the air because you try to jump over it and it stops moving. Oh! Step too close. How do I use the rockets then? Oh! Oh! You press the start button, you can change weapon. Batman's got a gun? Man, this is serious business. I don't think that's canon. Alright, okay. I apologise for everything I just said, because this is now much easier. Oh, the gun. It seems to be shooting rockets. Oh, that does work. I think it just stuns them though. It's like Mega Man. It's totally like Mega Man. All right. First screen, and it's unequipped my weapon. Thank you for that. Oh, come on. Okay, it will start me from here. That's quite nice. And I've got ammo for my guns. I can live with this. And I'll jump on that grenade to get that heart. How do I... Okay. Just need to trigger it. Those guys take 2 hits. Can't get 2 hits off quick enough. I'm far enough away. I'm guessing I'm going left because I can't jump up there. Ooh. What a weird thing. I wonder why those are in there. This game doesn't control like Mega Man does. It's much heavier. Oh, you can destroy them though. Okay. This game's more lenient than Mega Man was. Change weapon. Oh wait, you have a limited number of ammo just generally. thought you had different ammo for each weapon. Oh, come on. That's proper cheap. That's so cheap. And now I've got no ammo. And the bees don't seem to give you ammo. I don't know what the bees give you. Right, let's rattle through this. Can I get up there? Oh, you can wall jump. Jesus, I didn't know that. Don't have a lot of... Oh, good God. It's got that respawning off the screen. Oh, no, it doesn't have respawning off the screen. Also, the fact that Batman is purple and turquoise. That's an interesting colour combination. I guess that's just a limitation of the NES palette. Right, I'm going to bother with these. Just going to go for it. Oh, frame rate's gone to shit. Oh, Jesus Christ. I like this music, but not enough to keep playing this level over and over again. Oh, they come... Oh, God. Why does Sunsoft hate me? Is it too many sprites? Is that what the issue is? Okay, I got a decent amount of health. Had a decent amount of health. Well, that's the NES Batman. Let's have a look at another one. This is a very slowly rotating... Oh! Epilepsy warning. This is Batman for the Game Boy. So this came out in 1990. Again, developed and published by Sunsoft. This one's kind of interesting because unlike the NES game, which I thought was kind of a stubborn platform that didn't have great controls, this has got little cutscene elements, which on a screen this tiny is, you know, that's pretty good. Again, based on the same movie. So a little bit, released a little bit after the NES game, I guess. The question with these NES to Game Boy translations is just how different the game is, and there's that, which is kind of impressive. And then look at the sprites. They're like 12 pixels high. And he's got a gun. It's basically a 2D shooter. Which, I mean, it's not very Batman, but I'm kind of all for it. So you can't scroll back once you've scrolled over. Oh, that's gone badly. So you can see I've got a health bar on the top left there. One thing I will say, the jump control once you've, or the air control once you've jumped is not ideal. Oh, I missed it. That's B. That's just some score. I thought it was going to be a weapon upload. A weapon pickup. I want to know what's in those boxes. Oh, you can duck. It's handy for getting around things. We're continuing the Sunsoft tradition of having really great music. I'm not sure about this platforming here. It's going to be a bit dicey. Okay, that's worked out alright. I also, in these games, love jumping over the top of the HUD. So the gameplay is more simplistic, but I think for a platform like this kind of reminds me of Super Mario Land, or Super Mario Brothers to Super Mario Land. There's less of a gameplay shift, you know. Mario's not roaming around with a gun. W. Oh, wavy gun. There you go, there's your weapon power-up. That seems like it's going to make the game harder, not easier. But we'll see. Ah! I made it through stage 1-1. This is the music I liked. I will say, it's a good sign for a game like this when I put it on to have a quick play of it before recording. And the music definitely caught me, but the gameplay as well. Like this holds up a lot better than the NES game, and considering they came out at the same sort of time, it's kind of impressive. I think just the limitations of the platform kind of force your hand. The control is much tighter. I do wonder, a game like this on that original monochrome Game Boy screen might be tricky. Just a lot of ghosting, I imagine. Oh! Missed the jump button. Oh yeah, and there's a military gun at the end. Oh, okay, you keep your weapon as well. It's got badly. Oh, come on. That weapon is going past that box. It's like trying to predict the arc of the bullet. I'll try this again. Not gonna miss the jump button this time. That's more like it. Okay, I'm fighting tanks now. Not just hired goons. Come on. Oh. Guy hidden behind that pillar. Okay, we're back to regular gun. And full health. I don't really know what B. Because it looks like a weapon power up, but it's not. Hit that tank. I say like the air control in this is pretty good. This is early Game Boy as well, in 1990. Second year. Or probably first year of titles. 89 was when that thing came out, so... There were worse platformers on that thing, you know, 3 or 4 years later. It was S. S doesn't really do anything different. Smaller shot. So far, the weapon selection is hardly Contra. There's no spread shot, there's no... This one just doesn't seem to go very far. Which I don't... Maybe there's a benefit to that, I don't know. More Chemical Factory. Oh! Yeah, I definitely feel more in control of this than I did the Nintendo game. I'm enjoying this a hell of a lot more as well. Ooh. Oh! Do you think they just found out about how to scale sprites and spin them around the screen? Because there's a lot of that in this game. I was kind of surprised when I booted it up and I saw that. I thought, oh, that's quite advanced technique, but they do abuse it. I can't even get away with ducking past those bullets. Right, let's not screw this up this time. Oh, he takes more than one hit. What the hell is that thing? Oh, I like enemies that jump themselves down pits. Ooh, ah! Rocket launcher? Oh, it is a rocket launcher! Wow. More like a batarang. Don't miss! That's a tight jump. So the B doesn't stand for batarang or boomerang, but the R does. I don't want the N. Ooh, okay, that's bad. You've got a moment where if the bullet's off screen. Oh Jesus! I wasn't expecting that. One more life. Yeah, that's the flaw with that weapon. If you miss the enemy, you're stuck without a weapon. Well, could use some health. Because I've got no lives. I still don't know what that sprite's supposed to be. What is that? It's like a ciabatta loaf with wheels. That's an extra life. No way in hell I'm going to get that though. Not without killing myself. I'll use that though. That bass line's so good. I mean, granted, you would have had to hear it through the crappy Game Boy speaker at the time. No, I think it had a headphone jack. What am I talking about? Right. Oh, almost missed that jump. No. Give me an extra life, you stingy game. I know you're made by Sunsoft, but throw me a lifeline here. There's got to be something in there, yeah. How's that? Two enemies? What's that? But perhaps the problem with these power-ups is the sheer lack of pixels they've got to represent the thing they want. You could draw a heart with very few pixels. What that was supposed to be. I'm sure if you had the book, it would tell you. Batman vs. Jack. This might be the part of the game where I don't get on with it. Oh, okay. Hang on, Jack who? It's not Jack Nicholson, right? It's not Batman vs. Jack Nicholson. Jesus, how many bullets does he take? Oh, this has gone bad. Oh, boo. Can I retry from the boss? Nope. That's a shame. But this game is awesome. I'm not sure I like the boss fight. I'm not sure I like the fact that there's no feedback for the amount of health that you've got. The amount of health that the enemy has got. The jumping could be better, but to be honest, we're talking about a 1990 Batman game for the Game Boy. This is millions of times better than it has any right to be, and it certainly doesn't deserve to have aged this well. You can add this to the list of Game Boy games that I like, which includes Tetris, Wario Land 1, Tetris DX. That might be a lot there. I want to try and get to the boss. Beat the boss and see what the next level is. This level's quite long. I'm entranced. It's one of those rare cases where I actually don't want to stop playing. No! Bad jumping. Yeah, well, that's Batman. I won't subject you to any more of this because I might just sit and play this the rest of the day. Pretty good, I will say. I'm enjoying it. Some of the sprites are a little bit nondescript, and I'm not sure what kind of chemical factory has chains in the wall. I've just realised. But for such an early Game Boy game, this is a hell of a thing. So here we go. This is Batman for the Mega Drive. I know it says 1991 there, but this came out in 1992 in Europe. I think it was 1990 in Japan. So it took a little while to get over here. Options. Yes. Ooh. This is the music. As always, good music. Alright, let's get going. Again, 2D platformer. From doing a little bit of reading, this is the one that sticks closest to the movie of the NES, the Game Boy, and the Mega Drive, but I could care less about that. This also is even closer to Streets of Rage than that Superman game. Look at those guys. Those are the guys from Streets of Rage. Or did everybody look like that in the 90s? Denim jackets and orange hair. Oh! Wasted a batarang. I like this rain effect. That's kind of awesome. Oh, it is a bit flickery. Might be an epilepsy warning on that. This might be the least cool music because it sounds the most in fitting with Batman the movie, I guess. I just find it interesting that Sunsoft basically had 3 Batman games come out within a year or two of each other for different platforms that are totally different games. I could see, you know, the Game Boy and the consoles having different versions of the game, because obviously you can't run this on a Game Boy. Or wait, can I use Batarang? Nope. That went badly. Shit. There we go. Can't even cheat and use the kicking because he can get in closer than I can. Sod it. Just use all those. Can I do anything flying kick related? jump and get hurt. Okay. Oh, no, I don't want to die. Oh, it's down to the last one. I'm going to die, aren't I? Yeah. Oh, okay, nice. Immediate start over. And some Michael Jackson-esque end of level music. Hey! It's the Axis Chemical Factory we heard about earlier. I guess that must be a movie thing. I can't tell you. I bought the Blu-rays ages ago. Cannot tell you the last time I watched Batman. Especially 89 Batman. It's probably been at least 5 years, if not longer. How do I get past these boxes? Well, these guys aren't annoying. Stop! I'm supposed to go back this way. What the? Where am I supposed to be going? Oh, hang on. Well, that worked. Come on. Is there a mechanic I'm missing here? Right. So, as it turns out, if you double tap the jump button, you do this little roll thing. Oh. Try again. I love the amount of Mega Drive games that have that as a feature. Some control thing that you need for the second level that they don't really do a good job of organically telling you need. Amazing. It's a shame, because this game is actually legitimately really good. I still think I like the Game Boy one better. But this is a fine game. Apart from that one bit. Probably should have wasted that batarang. I just love how you just kind of kick them in the ankles over and over again until they fall down. Conveyor belts. Let's go. It's also not very great about telling you when you're hitting and when you're not. There's that kind of a little bit of a sound effect, but kicking your shins. That was the pipe. Ah! This game knows it's bullshit because it puts you past the jump. Did you do one more boss? Oh, come on! I can't do anything there. I'm missing the double tap run, to be honest. Well, that went badly. An extra life? No, just some health. Yeah. Alright. Well, that was Batman for multiple different platforms. This Mega Drive one's alright. It's certainly better than Superman. Why am I fighting a bunch of Jay Lenos in shell suits? What's going on? And what's going on with that? Video game land, where chandeliers never stay upright. This is a weird game. Anyway, there's the Sunsoft Batman games. We'll get back to Batman. There's a lot to cover.